Halo and Xbox. These are two things that people love to see and see to get sequels. So when Halo 2 got announced, people were very excited. So excited to the point where Bungie would have to go through hellish development in Halo 2, to where relationships were lost, health was a concern, to where Halo could have ended forever. But how did Halo get into crunch? To understand this, we need to know what makes Halo so good in the first place. Halo got popular because it was revolutionary to the gaming industry. The way the story was presented and how the setting was used to portray things. The four factions of the main campaign, as in the Forerunners, Flood, Covenant, and UNSC, were all incredible factions. The AI, map layouts, weapons, and basically the entirety of the multiplayer were revolutionary and made video game history. That's not to say it was without its flaws, however. The rifle behaved like an SMG, and the pistol behaved like a rifle. Seriously, if you ever get to play the first Halo, give it a shot. What's really cool about Halo, though, is that it's got a large community. It's not small by any means, and everybody's got different interests. Here are some examples of what people love about Halo so much.
Halo's so special?
Okay, so everyone born from 2000 to 2008 can remember playing the game on their Xbox 360 or whatever console they had. And it was a very good game because it made people come together.
Halo's so special.
Oh my goodness, it's got amazing multiplayer. The story is usually awesome. It's got great custom game modes now. The environment is pretty toxic with the players. It can get pretty bad sometimes. But otherwise, it's just all around it's pretty awesome.
Halo's so special.
Master Chief.
Of course, it's subjective of what people love about Halo, but what I really want to hit home on about is that Halo was so revolutionary that it set such a high standard, it almost couldn't beat itself. Heck, they had to change the entire tone of their music. Behind the scenes, when Halo 2 began development, the developers wanted to build on cut content and ideas from Halo Combat Evolved. There is a limit to everything, though, and Halo 2 was so crammed that Jamie Griesmer said, putting 10 pounds of crap into a 5-pound bag, we really tried to cram it too full, and we paid the price. Martin O'Donnell, better known as Marty O'Donnell, said that
Halo 2 is a 3-act structure with no third act, so Act 3 is Halo 3.
Yeah.
I mean, we realized that right towards the end.
You see, the rushing for Halo 2 was because the Xbox 360 was launching just a year after that, so there was 18 months to rush out the game. And if you know much about game development, it's that 18 months is nothing for developing a game. And yet, the development team at Bungie that was around from 2001 to 2011 was so incredible that they were able to meet these absurd deadlines. And they did, in fact, release Halo 2, even if it wasn't, launched in the way they wanted it to be. But what about games nowadays? These game publishers had to have learned from Halo 2's infamous crunch, right? They must have learned the relationships lost and the mental health issues that can arise from such troubling development. Here's the thing about that, though. They haven't learned. Looking at games nowadays, it's annoying to see game after game after game after game still see the same issues that Halo 2 saw. And the same two issues are still around: deadlines and crunch. Not that one. Crunch, for those who do not know the term, is the act of pushing yourself. It's the feeling of running on a couple hours of sleep in the past couple of days, and you're slaving away on an assignment that you don't even know if it'll get finished or not. Noodle explains this in a video of his own much better than we ever could. We highly suggest that you watch that video first. If you cannot, then too bad. Like mentioned earlier, Halo 2 was rushed because the Xbox 360 was coming out a year after its release. But new consoles just came out, so why is there crunch nowadays? So why does a company like Activision always go through crunch despite there being no rush for a new console? Well, the simple answer is money. Everybody wants money, developers and investors included. And it appears every day like investors want their money sooner and sooner. So when you got these hardworking companies like Bungie, they get rushed really hard. So hard to the point where there is no time to work and they have to crunch. Can these new AAA studios avoid this? Or is crunch just inevitable? The answer is yes and no. Yeah, the answer is like every other question. The answer could be, it depends. The big key, though, is the developers to be heard, not that heard. If the developers are successfully heard out, then we might see a shift in the company's focus. If they aren't heard, then crunch could continue and maybe even get worse. But seeing as how companies like Respawn and Nintendo, Modern Wolf, and Obsidian are sometimes actively go against crunch, there's a good chance that we can escape it. But who knows? Nearly 20 years ago, Halo showed off the true limits of crunch, showing off its real dangers. The problem was, though, is that nobody was there to look at what was being shown. It appears as if crunch has gotten worse and worse in AAA studios. If you look at Blizzard, Activision, EA, or any place like that, it is a nightmare for development because they have to crank out these annual release games, which is a entirely different bone to pick. However, this could get resolved or worsened in the next coming years. Just like what these studios make, it's a game, except this one is about waiting. Lots and lots of waiting. Thank you so much for watching this, and please, have a good day.